Yes, Plumbers, we're on. Big post-gather round show. Big Mansfield Mazda rundown too. Did Butts dominate again? Of course he did. Commentary blunder. That wasn't ideal for the big fella. Drapes v Chom. Drapes is being mean. Pies mail. Butts mail. Butts has a new segment called Butts' Big One. Boutique influencing. Footy update.
Butts'
That's
wide
Nick Foot,
one.
I think. McClure mail and... a possum update and Ben Robert Smith. We stand with our servicemen. Yes, we're getting political. Yes, I think so.
Get Trump in.
Victoria Cross winners.
We're not talking politics.
I just think we should.
No, we love our servicemen and women. We're not
do.
talking politics.
Move on.
We love our plumbers.
Yeah, where's the button? I kept forgetting to bring the button in. I do have a button.
Stand with.
I did buy. I did buy a button. I
Okay.
just continue to forget to bring it in.
Okay, let's get into that's a good bloody rundown. So let's not piss and fart around. How are we, men? How was the gather round experience?
Good.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty good. Could have been if we won it, would have been
Yeah,
better.
way better.
Yeah, but it was all right. Yeah, gather round's good. I actually don't mind it. Where we stay is nice too. Good feed out at the Barossa, Novotel.
Give me a footy highlight and a non-footy highlight. Just something that happened in the experience.
Good question.
Game day. I didn't watch a heap of. Like I couldn't watch you.
Too busy doing ORTC collabs.
No.
Getting free kit.
I was
Nice
getting
jumper.
I was getting the run around doing some other stories, so I could only really watch the highlights. Following what?
I thought you said reach around.
Not a reach around. Anyway, I have watched the shorts of your game, but didn't watch it ball by ball like I normally do. Okay, let's start there.
Very
And then I
disappointing.
want an off-field highlight, please.
My on-field highlight was the ball going over the back and me getting front row seats to Drapes soccering his first snag through for the Lions.
Yep.
Not a great highlight for me, but like I love my mate, so I was happy for Drapes until
Selfless.
he chirped me about 5 minutes later.
What did he say?
Oh, so the ball ripped up through the middle, and I was one out with Drapes, and I'm like, he's got probably 10 meters on me. I'm running after him, trying to get to him, and the ball gets kicked in. I've like gone back to make body contact with him. I've got to him, and it went over both our heads. So he's got field position.
And he's
quick, runs onto it, sockers it through. Not really much I could have done about it. And he's like celebrating with the crowd, and the ball goes back to the centre, and we're all set up. I'm on Oscar Allen, and he goes, "Yep, that's on your head, Chom. Don't want to line up on me now." So mean.
Good
He
banter.
didn't speak to me all day, by the way. Didn't say a word to me. Well, I didn't say anything to him. Like, it was just all serious, like game on, game faces. And the one time he said something just to chirp me after he kicked the goal.
It's fantastic.
It's great
That's
stuff.
what we want. Check it at the door.
It's great
And then have a
stuff.
few afterwards.
Yeah, it's hang the friendship on the hook and get into it. But
Yep.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, come on, mate.
You do feel pretty good after a goal.
Yeah, he was on cloud nine. First one
fizzed.
for the Lions, like he'd sock it through on his mate, like couldn't have been better. So good on him. That was my highlight on field.
Yeah, off-field, please. So can you
jeez.
paint the picture for the Plumbers? You're out in the Barossa Novotel, and you had the Lions in there as well. So it was almost
weird.
hub-like. That
really
is weird.
I don't like it.
No.
They're at one end of the building, I'm at the other, but it's weird because our common rooms, our common areas were quite close, so we'd kind of walk past each other, and it's just like a bit of a weird nod or just
Too
weird
much small
acknowledgement.
talk.
Yeah, no, I didn't really talk to him. It's just nod or it's just weird though. Like you want your own space.
And he did a snap of you on game day, you and Wards and someone else, and he said Virgin Crew. It was just the three of you walking, holding hands.
Yeah, it was me and Cheese and Dill Stevens. And,
Yes,
and,
You're the
and
captain
Boogers.
of the Virgin Crew?
Yeah, I'd be number one of the Avengers.
Wee man, because it was a pretty good performance. All right? I'm not pissing in your pocket. I reckon
it
a
was
year or two
alright.
ago
We
they
had
beat you by
moments.
80.
Well, we drew
Drapes
with
even
them
said-
last year, but yeah.
Well, actually, that's true down in Tassie.
Yeah.
But you boys didn't seem overwhelmed.
No, not
And
at
they're
all.
playing good footy now.
They were playing great footy. We just didn't move the ball very well. We had patches where we did okay, but we kept turning the ball over 70 out from goal and then resulting in goals the other end. And they probably left a few out there. We left some out there as well. But I think the pleasing thing was with 10 minutes to go, we could have been 2 points down. If Shees kicks that goal, we go 2 points down, and we've got all the momentum in that game. We saw what we did last week. So obviously what happened is the ball went up the other end and free kick in the ruck infringement and Drapes slots one. But sliding doors could have been a big win for us. But I think we've shown genuine improvement, and apart from last year, and that draw with Brisbane was probably a bit of an anomaly at that point in time. I think we've improved massively, and we probably would have got blown out last year by a lot more. So, yeah, impressive performance, but we still lost, so still a lot more improvement to go.
Okay. Well, last point on this, and then we get to book up. So the main highlight of the game, which I felt very connected to, was Trembo's pluck in the square.
Good.
And I hadn't seen it yet. Like this is when I was I was writing some stories and carrying on. I go, geez, Trembo's taking a pluck. It must be good. And then my mum texts me and says, Trembo's taken a mark in the goal square.
Trembone.
Very similar to yours at North Ballarat in 2006. And can I just say, I think we need to AI it. For those that were trying to imagine how good my North Ballarat mark was, Trembo's mark. Standing on the big boys. So well done, Trembo.
I don't want to hear it.
Trembo.
I'm
can
sick
you
of
just
hearing it.
take this as face value? You spoke to my brother before. He was there that day. My mark, if you just
Yeah,
want to
he was.
try to visualise what it was like, it was very similar to Trembo's hanger, which was very good.
Well,
wasn't it?
if the day ever comes that I do try to visualise that, I'll keep that in mind. So thanks for that. Fortunately,
Doing a lot of visualising at the moment. If your VPN doesn't work, you have to visualise.
Jeez, mate. The Trembo's mark was good.
Yeah.
Over 3 people. The best vision is the behind the goals video, where
Where
it
the
just
old-
comes
where-
from nowhere.
And the old duck
The
goes,
I'm trying to
Houdini.
figure out.
hooray, Trembo!
Yeah.
At the end, hooray, Trembo!
Oh, the best bit for mine is when he knows he's just taking a fucking big mark and he's on the ground and he gets up and he looks at Nick Larky, who's still on the ground, who's smiling, and then he helps Suv up and he's just taking the grab. So he knows he's taking the grab. And he took 5 contested grabs.
He's
on
a
the
jet,
weekend.
Trembo.
Good player. I honestly think he should be leading the Rising Star at the moment.
How old is he?
He's 20 or
Call
21.
Trembo.
Yeah, we can next week. We'll tell you
we'll
that.
call
We'll tell you
maybe
that.
we get him on.
He's we can get him on.
Yeah, I'd love that.
He's a fresh media performer. He might be able to shape another one.
I like that.
He did a piece with Zeets, my boy, the other week.
Oh, yeah?
Zeets, my boy now, by the way. I saw him at Office Works yesterday, Big Zeets.
Yeah.
Kind of did a double take because I haven't really met him in person. So I walked past him and Zeets was there. I wasn't quite sure if he was there or not. And he looked at me and then we kind of had a conversation. What's going on here? Pato's just walked in with
That
a
is the
cup.
200
with a
plus
cup.
cup.
What is
the
that?
handicap.
Is
Yeah.
that? Can
We've got
we-
a race this
can we-
weekend.
Let's have a look.
So, for Pato, correct me
He's
if I'm
supposed to have
wrong.
gloves on.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll shoot
that.
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
Well, put your gloves
Put
on.
the gloves on, mate.
So for the plumbers, we've got through our friends at MRC.
Oh, this Saturday at Mornington Cup Day, lovely day at the races.
Oh, yeah.
The pod's going that well that they've named a race in your honour, boys. So
That is.
How good's
It
that?
is.
Yeah.
So
There you go. Book, do you want to have a hold?
it is the 200 plus handicap. We've got a beautiful rug for the winning horse.
we'll get that on the set next week.
Benchmark 80. So these aren't your sort of dud nags going around. These are good progressive horses. Hopefully Hilly's calling. Is it the Metro meeting? Is Mornington?
yes.
Yes, it is. So we might get some Hilly action. And no doubt we'll get a plug in the call.
Yeah, good.
When the winning thoroughbred salutes. So that has just made my day, actually.
And the best-
200 plus cup.
Best thing
Get
about
a few
that
plumbers
cup
down there.
is it saved my absolutely horrific David Zeta story. So thanks, Pato. Shot me
Anyway,
out.
well done, Pato.
That's
Look
amazing.
forward to being down there.
Sorry for the interruption.
You're right,
DM
mate.
us if
You've-
you're going to
you've
come
helped me out.
on course. Get back to your Zeta story,
No,
please.
no, it was horrible.
No, what was
he
it?
saved me. He
there
saved
must
me.
have been a punchline.
No,
Okay,
there
we're
wasn't.
not moving
there
on
wasn't
until
really.
you
There
give us the
wasn't, there
Zeta
wasn't
story.
really the punchline. The punchline is he's my boy now.
Was it awkward?
No,
your
not really.
American handshake?
We spoke about you shitting yourself at Arden Street, which is great content.
Yep.
And he had the goss and the inside goss and that. But I just didn't recognise him at first, and he didn't recognise me, so it was a bit awkward. We kind of like
Sounds terrible.
looked at each other and didn't really like. It was weird seeing. It's like out of work friends, but we're close now.
Very awkward story.
horrible.
Enough from you. Righto, Books, you've been doing a bit of media this morning.
Yes,
Big
got-
presser.
Got bathed by Cripps.
Yeah. No, wow. Poor old Cripper.
No, it was fine. It was actually nice doing a presser next to him. He gets hit with all the hard questions. I just get to sit there and answer all the easy ones.
Did you get a question?
Honestly, halfway through it, I didn't think I was going to.
Who broke the ice?
I couldn't
Chompers?
tell you. Chompers wasn't there. Could have been Pesh.
Oh, Pesci.
Yeah, no.
Alexia.
She's
She's a friend of the show.
a friend of the show. No, but I finally got one in the end. Obviously, it was about a loss on the weekend and low score in the game was. So, but it went fine.
One more press conference question. Was that your first really big one? You know, because no. Well, I know you've faced the media before, and you might get. I reckon like 3 cameras would be about par, but the pre-Carlton Collingwood Peter McCallum presser. That's a big one. Was there probably 5 or 6 cameras there today? Like
Yeah, yeah, it was-
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
a big scale one. Have
Yeah.
you done one?
Posse.
You've done it.
Have I done a big one?
Did you do Good Friday?
I've done a Good Friday
few
one.
there?
Yeah, pretty big.
You know what I
'Cause
mean? I
you
reckon
get
3
You get
is-
a run down there.
3 is par.
Yeah.
5, 6, and then the real big ones, like say a coach has been sacked or something, you know, or maybe like Pendle's record-breaking one.
Yeah.
It will be like camera on camera on camera, and then the super big ones are where the people are like just doing cutaways. Like it's so big, they're just on the side getting shots of the media.
No, I got
They're the big
one
ones.
pre-State of Origin. That was a big one.
Oh, that's
with Jay
big.
Ware. That was at the airport, and that was about a 20-minuter. That went for ages, and I was just like running out of questions. I'm like, come on, wrap this up. But done it a few times. You don't want to have a mare on there. Yeah.
No, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, I know.
There's absolutely nowhere to
But what-
hide.
hang on,
Someone asked a shit question, actually. It was good. And Cripper just gave him the sarcastic answer. It was great.
Yeah, that's good.
They asked if he had chatted to George Hewitt throughout the week.
Hang on. Hey,
spoken to George Hewitt?
hey, that's interesting because I got in trouble. I did a cashy with Willie T, Barlow, and Snakey.
When was this on the
and I
weekend?
had to interview Barlow, right? And
Yeah,
I was
I've got
a
audio about this.
bit obsessed with George Hewitt. Hang on, I just because you've got me going here. The George Hewitt scenario, and I ask you both this for not specifics, but just being league footballers and senior players, right? We were a bit shocked by him getting dropped in the media because a lot of Carlton supporters were. And then Cripper kind of fueled it after the game by saying, well, we were in complete shock that our mate got dropped because he was reigning best and fairest winner, right? So don't sort of shoot the media because the captain said it. But I actually asked the question to Mitch McGovern the next day at the zoo, right after Carlton lost. We were at the zoo doing a giraffe thing. But I digress. Okay, we'll go into that later. But, all right. So I'm being half serious here. I said, Mitch, no bullshit. And this is with the cameras on. I go, do you guys know why he got dropped? And I guess I was thinking he can be completely honest or half honest, but like maybe I've played 15 years ago and things have changed. But like normally if your mate that you respected got dropped, you'd have an idea. And Mitch goes, mate, I haven't got the foggiest. Like we don't know. That's a question for Vossi. And then I started thinking that's a bit weird. Okay, like I understand if it's a kid in his third game or someone on the fringe and they get dropped, you might not know, all right, team balance or he's just doing something the coaches don't like. But your reigning best and fairest winner who's a leader gets dropped. Take George Hewitt's name out of it. Would you guys know or would you want to know?
I don't know. It's dependent on each situation, or any situation, because I feel like form usually comes into it. His form's been good.
Well, it hasn't been terrible.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, so it hasn't been terrible. But I think he was leading disposals for the
Last
team.
week
and
he was,
and tackles. So I don't think they would have saw that one coming. No, none of them would. But in terms of us, if we see some senior player getting dropped, you probably do know when that one's coming. That they probably get a warning, not a warning, but like
Yeah, you know, writing's on the wall a bit.
they're aware of their form.
Yeah.
And it's not as blindsided as that might have been. But I don't know how.
Each club does it different as well. Some clubs will tell their leadership group that they're thinking of making that decision. Sometimes get their thoughts on it.
I like that.
I mean, Clarko's said that. He's like, if there's a selection decision around, sure, we'll come to you guys and get your thoughts on it as well. But yeah, every club does it different. So obviously Carlton didn't have that conversation.
Yeah. No, I just found it weird. And
Maybe he knew about it though.
well, and you'd bloody hope so.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I don't think that's such a stupid question.
no,
How did
no,
Cripper handle it today?
He jokingly said, no, I haven't spoke to him at all, mate. And it was good. It was pretty funny. But no, I think it was a bit of a silly question because I think someone asked about George Hewitt before that.
Right.
And then he doubled down and said, have you spoke to George?
Okay. Then it's a bit
And
stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Of course he
obviously
is.
George.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think he was a little bit rattled after. Poor guy.
And I did leave the zoo opportunity, right? So just to give it's not a possum fucking thing. It was in Gather Round, there's a lot of weird press conferences because you're promoting Adelaide at the same time. So what happened was after the Carlton game, and by the way, they played very well. Like I thought they tried their guts out. So at 9:00, we got like a press release, and that's how it works. Like the AFL emails you that 3 Carlton players will attend the zoo and 1 will talk. And it was Young Hollins, Elijah, Zach Williams, and Mitch McGovern. And they were good. They were really getting into the giraffe stuff, eating
Loving
the
it,
giraffes.
right?
Xander and I were just bathing everyone with the giraffe talk and chompers. But poor old Mitch McGovern, right? So he has to face the cameras. I hope he got paid for this. I'm not sure he did. It was probably just a requirement.
He definitely didn't.
And I'm thinking they played their guts out last night, and I'm just going to call this straight. I haven't got skin in the game, but their bottom 6 players are nowhere near as good as the Crows players. So to me, they were never going to win. They tried their guts out, lost by 25 points or something. But poor old Mitch just got fucking hammered with question
Not
after
in the
question
morning
about
after.
Vossi and what they're going to do and Hewitt. and there wasn't a positive. And then he limped off, game 150, sore ribs, sore knee, and I'm like, God, these boys earn their money. That was horrific. But that's playing for Carlton.
That's the perks of doing going there a day early as well, like Chom did. You get everything pre-game, and then win or lose, you're out the next day. You don't have any more.
We're out that night. Yeah,
that's perfect.
It's also being on Broadway, and the good way to be on Broadway is to win. So when you're a top 4 side, top 6 side, and when you play for Carlton, unfortunately, you're just on Broadway the whole time.
Yeah.
But in the end, sun comes up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your press conferencey stuff was all right too, because Billy Elliott did one.
Yeah.
And Bruzzy, they did a big appearance on a bloody big swing.
It looked fun.
Big swing, yeah. Chompers rang me up so excited. I had 3 missed calls from Chompers. I said, fuck, what have I done? Because sometimes Chompers gets angry and can abuse you. And I thought, shit, so I silenced him the first few times and then picked up some courage and rang Tony back. And he was just ringing to say that the Pies had been on a big swing and it was really good vision, and that Billy Elliott spoke really honestly about it, like not a crisis meeting, but like a powwow after your performance, which was really good too, but you've fluffed opportunities.
Yes. Yeah, no, we did fluff opportunities, but we had a good little catch up. Not early Saturday morning, but before our clinics. But we have a 6-day turnaround, and then we had a day off after travel, and then a natural day off today. So it's like we just had to hit the nail on the head with catching up with each other, go through a few things, and it wasn't a crisis meeting. It was just a normal lines meeting. It was a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
After a game, and our mids spoke with the forwards and about how we can create some more opportunities, some better looks at goal, and get a bigger score on the board, because that's what we all want to do.
Player driven. That was what impressed me. That not waiting to get some email that you do this, and this. Because I think sometimes league footy seems a bit regimented for me. Like not enough feel. Yeah. Lots of itinerary. But this sounds like it was like, hey boys, we've got to play again. Hey, let's go and have a meeting and knock some shit on the head now.
Yeah.
Very mature.
There are our recovery, meetings. 2 days after a game are usually player driven. Coach sort of sits in there and puts in his 2 cents every now and then. But we like to just sort of get to the bottom of things straight away.
Love it. Last question. Fly bags in the presser was really honest, and I detected for the first time in a little while he was angry that you'd lost, because like the Blues, you actually played pretty well.
Yeah.
That's from the cheap seats.
Yeah.
And he seemed angry that poor old Schultz missed a sitter.
Yeah.
McStay missed a sitter, and for the first time he almost sounded like a fan, where he was like, yeah, that hurts us.
Yeah.
It does. Like, how'd you get around those boys?
I think...
Because they'd be feeling like shit.
Yeah, no, we always get around, wrap our arms around them after moments like that, because they're going to beat themselves up about it so much. Like, you miss opportunities like that, a few costly turnovers in the back half, and we just didn't manage moments like we usually do. We've been in those situations through those close games.
That's what we've been known for too.
Yeah, for the last 4 years, where we've managed them so well.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Fly was so frustrated, and we were all feeling it as well. So that probably hurt a little bit more, because I think we did it against them last year as well, where we gave up like a 24-point lead to them at the G and lost by a point.
The Kahuna went back last year.
Yeah, and he won the game for him as well. And it was just a annoying one that we just let slip, because I feel like we played so well. Obviously, we didn't put up a big score at all, but our fight and pressure was there. But I feel like Dan and Shooter and a few other boys that had those moments responded really well. Like, obviously, really upset after the game. But
what can you do?
6-day turnaround, you got to move on. Move on.
Nothing better than
Anderson.
Move on.
No, Angry Anderson's a gun.
Yes.
State leaguer, did it hard. How good is it occasionally just to see a bloke? I don't know what his draft report would have said. I don't know what the flog recruiters would have thought. They'd probably pick away at all these bloody negatives. Yeah. He's got pace and he attacks the ball like a wild man, and you can get a career off that.
He's hard.
Gun.
Yeah. I had so much confidence, and I'm sure the whole team did, about he was going to perform like that. He's just hard as a cat's head. I'm really going to enjoy playing with him.
Very good.
Should we move on?
I think we can move on. I thought it was good footy chat.
It's good footy chat. We haven't done a bit of that for a while.
Good. Speaking of... Sorry, go on.
Do you want to go?
Go on, Ben.
Thanks. Speaking of footy chats, Footy and Friends,
No.
one of our podcasts here at Clubby Sports, they had a bit to say to you about you this weekend, Butts, because you were down there. I think you did the function with Dill.
I didn't let Willie T talk.
Gave him a bath.
I don't think Willie T spoke. because I just had so much to offer.
Yeah. Well, why don't we start there? Because there's two stories.
Okay, mate. Can I just say, I feel a bit Kane Corns like this. Like, this is where Kane and I are on an island together. I think footy friends like to get content out of my content.
Yes.
And how about they create their own fucking content? They steal our stings, they steal our words.
They're like a
They
reposting
wait to see
page.
what I say, and then they say stuff about it. Like Barlow can maybe come up with his own shit.
Barlow.
Don't even start me on Deletio.
You're feeling defensive, aren't you?
No, I'm not, but fire
Well,
away.
I haven't heard
I'm
these
sitting-
either.
hey,
So
and by the way, they don't have a bloody horse race.
No, they
Benchmark 80 at Mornington named after them. Matty Hill's beautiful dulcet tones. I might go into the caller's box before the race and give Matty a massage to keep him loose so he calls the lights out.
Let's get Matty on
We'll
after
line up on
the.
something there, don't we?
We should call Matty.
Let's get Matty back on next week after the race.
What? No, but I
We'll
think
do a
maybe
recap.
we'll call him towards the end of this show.
Why
Just
not?
to say, Matty, you are calling the 200 plus benchmark 80 at Mornington on
we
Saturday.
might need to confirm if he is.
Oh, he'll be calling.
You reckon?
I think he has to call Saturdays.
All right, let's play some
Okay,
audio.
go back, Benny.
What about this? Actually, we're at the this is take this one for 200 plus. When we did the event at the Ember X event, sorry, on
Any danger?
Friday night up in Adelaide, doing a little Q&A, and it was me, Mick, Butts, and Will Taylor, and we're up there just having a chat. And Butts
Fair
is a
crew.
journo, so he says anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what news he's broken
He
in the
rolls
last
in with his
15
clipboard.
years. He rolls in with a clipboard
story.
and his briefcase.
Yeah.
And I go, we're just like, all right, what do you want to do tonight, boys? Like, Buttsy, do you want to like host it? And we'll just sort of go. And he goes, hosting? He goes, the fee I got was a talent fee.
That's right.
He goes, if you want me to host,
That's an extra.
it's an extra. And I was like, are you fucking joking, mate? What? He goes, mate, I'm telling. I go, what the
exactly
fuck am I
right.
going to ask you about that anyone gives a shit? Like, what? He goes, I'm an award-winning journalist. So anyway,
That's mean though, isn't it? Yeah, you just
and
got
by
mean.
the way, don't undersell what we're doing. If I'm hosting, I'll be given a rundown, I'll be preparing, and I'll be putting on a show for the folks. If you want to pay old mumbles to host, you get shit like it was, and you just come to me to bring some energy into the place, and I'll sit on the stool and I'll take my whatever it was as a talent, like Willie T did and old mate Barlow.
Yeah.
But you want Butts to host, you stump up.
So hosting's more than the talent.
Yeah, of course it should be, Ben.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Well, you know, Chom. You guys know. Like,
I
you
don't
guys
know
would probably
for
go
those
somewhere.
events. I think if you're hosting a big event, obviously you're going to get paid more than just the talent that's coming up for one segment. But when you're just hosting, when you're asking a few questions of some lads
in a
I
bee
I
garden.
was there.
I think you get
As
less.
an award-winning journalist, popular presenter, podcaster, former Sandful star, and what else? Four prongs I was there for. And I'll tell you what, I fucking paid my way.
Did you end up hosting?
No, well, Buckley was mumbling a bit, so I just kind of took over
yes.
for free. But, yeah. For
Well,
those interested,
You weren't told that there was going to be. You didn't know there wasn't going to be a host there.
No, I just wanted clarification on the day because I had a full day of gather around working for Channel 10. I was doing SEN stuff. I was doing whatever. And I knew I had this event, but I'm like, am I hosting the thing? Are there sponsors to thank? Are there activations? I hadn't had a rundown. And then that Buckley goes, oh, you can host it. And then Willie Swale goes, well, you got to pay more to host it. I said, well, fuck that then. I'll sit on my stool and I'll speak when spoken to. And I did.
Fair enough.
So there you go. Hey, it's my
And you
business.
didn't let Willie Taylor get in the word.
Don't do anything you're
You didn't
good
make
at
Willie
for
work
free.
for his money.
Huh?
You didn't make Willie work for his money. either?
Willie said something about TikToking.
That's good.
And
How'd that go down? Was it
No,
good?
he was all right, Willie. It's-
When you let him talk.
yeah.
What else you got?
That's
Ben? You got
good,
something
yeah.
else?
Anyway, so that was shit house for
So
Buckley.
then you were flying home from
mean.
Adelaide, and were you on the same flight as Lids? Deledio.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Where were you sitting?
I was in, I don't know, about 15 or something like
Where was 15? Extra row, nice. Where's Lids? Where was Lids sitting?
I'm not sure, but
Business or?
Similar. Like he wasn't real pointy end, wasn't down the
okay.
back.
Yep.
Yeah.
and I want to hear your version of events
Right.
first.
Yeah.
How'd you get home from the airport?
Lids.
Yeah.
He had a
How-
cab charge.
Yeah, how did that play out?
Well, I said, hey, brother, we live about a K apart. Can I jump in the cab with you to save me the $150?
Okay, let's see what
And-
his version of events
Okay,
is.
go.
Yeah. Again, I haven't listened to this either,
Okay.
so
Hope it's better than the
You
last
might
one.
remember a couple of years ago, I was taken into the Qantas Club by one Nick Butler.
yes,
and
you had all
said
those bowls of pasta.
I did that again.
You took him in.
No, I got him with Corbin Middlemass this time. He under his wing. I'm more of a virgin flyer most
Likewise,
times,
you're a
but
and we'll get there.
not obviously 3 girls. But
It's quite good
I
from Lids.
turn up in there and Butts is back in there again, not with me, but comes in and he's full of noise and he's peacocking around the place.
That's
He
my
said,
boy.
"Oh, yeah, you getting home?" I said, "Oh, I've got a cab charge from ABC." He goes, "Oh, I'll jump in with you then, mate." No worries, mate. Yeah, sweet. I've got my carry on. We'll just exit. Go through the flight. It's been delayed 45, 50 minutes. So by the time we land, I'm ready to just boot and I'm charging.
Yeah.
You're not one to hang around the airport.
I'm not hanging
anymore.
around for anyone. I had the noise cancelling on.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. I'm ready to go.
What time are we talking, Brett?
We landed about 10 to 10. I reckon,
Oh,
around
and
there.
keen to get home.
Keen to get home. Yeah.
Put the head on the
So,
pillow.
as I've said yes to Butts, I've seen him with all his
waffly.
carry-on. I'm thinking, yeah, we're right. We get just towards the exit, down the stairs. By the way, mate, I've got a check bag. Go and get fucked. I'm not having this, but like, you can get your own way. He goes, nah, be a good bloke. I got you in the Qantas Club last year.
That's fair.
And did you
How
wait?
long? How long did the bag take?
Easily 15, 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I waited.
Yeah.
You would not
that
have
does
been
make
happy.
Steam. Like,
you
coming
right.
out me ears.
Was there any
Did he
conversation
sook?
going
He
on?
fucking sooked.
He's still going.
Hey, quick one. And you know what? I had a supportive partner in this who saw this all play out, right? So I'd been there since Wednesday. Lids has flown in
Doing
for one
God's
game.
work.
So, of course, I had a bag, right? I needed 5 days of clothes. I needed suits and, had a few
Microphones
walks
and what else
runs
you
and all
use.
that sort of shit. Yeah, so I got a bag, my calling bag, and my work bag because I'm a triple threat. Whereas Brett is he even a single threat? I'm not sure. But anyway, he's a threat to someone. And so Brett starts really butching up about the fact I've got to wait for my bag. And Nathan Brown was walking with me, and I get on pretty well with Branny. I like him. I think we're kindred
Yeah, you
spirits
love the
in a
AFL
way.
players, eh?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And so Brett has a real sook about it. Goes, no, you get 2 minutes. 2 minutes. If your bag isn't in the bloody Group 1, you're fucked. I'm just going. I said, what a prick, right? And then I looked at Brownie and said, what a fucking carry on. And Brownie goes, a bit of media talk, right?
He's put him in his plate.
You carry on like a pork chop, people are going to notice.
Can I tell a story actually that
Oh, you
I've been
tell
meaning
us.
to tell for ages?
Okay, Ben.
About you and getting home from the airport. I've told you this story, Chom, and I might have told you, Booker, that when we went to Tassie.
Ben got his own segment here, or
Yeah, yeah, he can feel that I'm about to pot him.
Ben's shit stories.
This is shit. He's sucking it up already.
Sookie Butler. Be tough, Ben.
Sookie
Go
I'm
on,
going
go.
to tell the story. So you said, and I'm going to tell it harsher than what I was going to. I was going to cut you some credit, but fuck off now. You said we were leaving. You were driving home from when we parked in the value parking, which was a big scandal.
That was
Terrible.
bad. That was bad.
Embarrassing.
Very bad.
And we're coming back. Like I think we landed in at 6 a.m. and you were driving, and you're like, "All right, where do you want to go?" I said, "Can you just drop me off near my house in Collingwood?"
Yeah.
Yep. No worries. I said, "Do you want me to get maps up?" You're like, "Nah, all good." Then you were on the phone to Mel.
Yeah.
And while you're on the phone to Mel, I'm just like watching us drive past all the exits for like anywhere north of Melbourne to get off.
Yeah.
And then you hang up from Mel. I said, "Mate, you've just driven past a couple of exits. Do you want like maps?" Like, no, I know where I'm going. Like, righto. I'm just watching us drive past more exits. I'm fuck, where's he going? So I said, "Do you are you sure you know where you're going?" "Yeah, I'm taking the tunnel." I was like, "What fucking tunnel?"
no.
You went around Melbourne CBD, went through the Burnley tunnel.
Over the
Yeah.
Balti.
Always
So,
through the Burnley.
You've literally gone like past where I live, around the whole CBD to go back up through Richmond to get to Collingwood. And I've said to you, it's taken, what should have been a 25-minute drive took an hour and a half because
Yes.
it was peak travel time. And I had to just say, "Mate, just drop me at work because we're
In
on
the
the
end
other
he
side of
did.
the city now."
Because you know what? I think maps and ways are mentally weak.
No.
I think you should feel your way.
Not everyone can pay the
Like
extra
our
tolls.
forefathers did.
No wonder you're fucking late to everything. No wonder you're late to
Yeah,
You're late
everything.
to everything because you're still running a compass.
Mel calls it.
time to move on.
She goes, "We're going to take a long cut today. Let's take a long cut."
You've gone over
Sorry,
the Balti.
Ben.
Come on, man.
Hey, but unlike Delidio, did I bitch and moan about taking you?
No.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the difference.
It should have been on the way, to be fair. You were halfway to Melbourne.
Right. Anyway, a good story, Benny. I didn't mind that. That was quite good. Okay, quickly on to Gather Round. Let's just, because I want, everyone clearly wants to know, did I dominate again and was I best on ground?
Any chickens?
No, there wasn't any chickens. I'll tell you what I did do. I had a snafu on, well, actually, I'll take you back.
Thanks.
First night or two, I was in, because I was in two different bits of accommodation. I was in Sofitel for a couple of nights and then one on Curry
budget.
Street.
Very budget.
And the Sofitel had all the big guns in there, and I was frothing. Yeah, I was getting the lift with Brendan Gale, Ash Klein from Hawthorn,
wow.
Andrew Dillon and his wife. There was mail everywhere. Eddie, not Xander, Hutchie. So I was just pinging, ping, 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 ping. and actually, there was these big business meetings going on fucking everywhere. Like the Players Association was meeting with the Coaches Association, and Eddie's company, Jam TV, was meeting with some stakeholder. And weirdly, I think I got accused at one stage by Eddie of being a mole because he comes over, and it was in the area where you can go and have some afternoon tea or get a room, or nice hotels. They have those sort of business areas, right? It's about 3 o'clock, and all I was doing is I had to call the West Coast game on Sunday. I'm like, shit, I don't know these bottom 5 West Coast players, so I had my iPad jacked up in the corner watching some West Coast.
On your
while
VPN.
Brendan Gale's talking to Dills, and Eddie Maguire's over there with someone from the SA government, and all shit's going on, and Eddie goes, hiding in the corner, eh? I said, nah, mate, ball by ball, West Coast. And he had respect for that. But I did have to, it was a bit of a shit story.
Where's this going?
Well, no, it was just that Eddie being
You just want to get in there that Eddie knows who you are.
Eddie being
hello.
a champion journalist as well, thought maybe Butts is sneaking in the corner to get mail. But I was not. I was actually just learning West Coast players.
Butchie shit story. New segment, mate. New segment, Butchie. Butchie shit story.
Get the sting.
Get the sting. Oh, God.
Oh, that was real poo. That one. Can we just give the rundown, though, of who was best on ground? Because there was another contender to me. So Cleary, good early, but then his glasses fogged up. So he was no good late. So what I'll say, Cleary, I think he had a couple of tidbits. Very good on the news. Did a bit of boundary riding coverage. So a bit of a two-trick pony, okay? Bit of news, bit of boundary riding. Xander on the improve with a bullet, okay? Did his Triple M show over there, worked some coverage. Big questions to Zach Butters last night. Excellent question. Can I just say to everyone out there, and you guys are part of it, that was good question from Xander.
Yeah.
Not
Good follow-up.
disrespectful,
No.
but say, hey, what happened? And then bloody Zach Butters just gives him a
Gave
bit
it all.
because I'll fight it to the hills.
Very good.
That was a good boundary interview. Xander gets a little edge up for that.
What are you got him at for, have you?
No, I've got him right under me, to be honest. I'm just trying to think who the other contenders were. Kate Mass, very good.
Yep.
She's a friend of ours, had a really good last 3 days, but didn't arrive till sort of Thursday night-ish. So I
which
don't
few
think
points
she
for that,
can
yeah.
win. And
Yeah.
just not quite the variety.
Well, we
Don't
know
know if
no
we were
one-
doing any radio
no one
work,
else can
any
win.
calling, any cashies.
I think we know who won.
So I think, drum roll, please. Yes. So the winner of the best performer in Gather Round, again, due to Thursday being a double exclusive day, Cooter and Andrew Dillon, one cashy where I dominated, one
Not hosted,
commentary of Geelong West Coast where I dominated, and one I can't understand my own writing. No, I have no idea. Anyway, so I've won it again. Yeah. Just by pure variety. Okay.
Did Malinowskis give you the ball this year?
No, I don't think he gave out any balls.
No meaty balls?
Nah, but I must say I'm a bit worried about Xander. If Xander starts calling footy, he's going to be right up my coister.
Yeah.
He's very good at his craft.
Yeah, he's good.
Very
He's
good.
Easy to talk to.
Hey,
Easy to talk to.
You know, that's
Everyone's
a
mate.
very important thing for a television performer to be. Easy to talk to.
And everyone's mate, which helps as well.
Yeah.
That's
And
where
he
you get
owes
your
me
mail.
$60 for dinner.
Never
We
paid
had a
you.
lovely little romantic dinner together.
You guys got a nice little friendship going, don't you?
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sat there. We had a couple
cute.
of reds. He
What
ordered
did you talk about?
you know what? There was a couple of war stories, and we might have to get Xander on for this. I'm sure I know he goes to the other mob, but he loves us. So I said, mate, I'm going to get a feed by myself. I'm buggered. This is day 3, and I think it was the Saturday night. I was desperate to hit the piss, but knew I didn't have the energy. Knew I had to work new Sunday and call the footy, and sometimes you just got to know your limitations. But I said, mate, I need a few drinks because I'm all wound up. I said, mate, I've got a standing table at the Strathmore Hotel because Christine, the woman there, loves me. And being a former Port Adelaide player and a media star, they hold a table for me. And I said, I'll be there in an hour. Come if you want. Come as you are. And then I get a boop, boop, and I'm into my steak and my little glass of McLaren Vale Shiraz. I get, Xander, I'm coming. I'm 15 minutes away. I'm walking. I said, good on you, young bull. Should I order for you? And he said, can I have a Palmer? I said, mate, this is a very nice sort of pub, bit sort of, like a gastro pub.
Get
no
the Wagyu,
Palmer,
son.
but you can have the schnitzel. So I ordered him a schnitzel. Then we had a pint of Cooper's each and a glass of red or two. And he went to pay. And I said, look, young bull, it'll come out in the wash, son, and cleaned it up on my business account.
So he doesn't owe you 60
No,
bucks?
I think we'll let the 60 off. He can,
You told him you'd pay.
huh?
You told him you'd pay for it.
He wanted to split it. I said, look,
Okay.
mate, I've had a dirty big steak. I've had 2 wines, 2 beers, and an extra serve of chips.
Sure, the
I don't
Maguires will
think
look
we
after
should
you at
be
some
splitting.
point, mate.
You know what? It'll come out in the wash.
Any more shit stories about Maguire?
There's 2. Right. Anyway, I'm not going very well with my Maguire stories.
Well,
because
I like this note.
You
though.
came
Can I
in with
do
a
that?
pep in your step too, and I thought you were going to be on fire.
I think I've been quite good.
Yeah.
Quickly,
Jesus,
do you want some McClure mail?
Yeah,
Did you hear
that's what I
Booker
want.
just send?
I want that one.
McClure mail.
Wait,
Right.
did Booker say something good?
No.
He reckons I came in here with a
pep.
pep in my step.
Just this one.
Yeah, just on the way in. I mean, I showed a photo of it. So he rolls onto the
fucking
plane
horrendous.
with a Gucci Versace backpack. Must be worth
McClure,
about
yeah.
$5,000. What the fuck is that? No wonder the bloody normal people of the world don't resonate with you. And then this is and I don't mind Sam. Like, he's talented. I'm not going to say the kid hasn't got some go because he's very good. But you sometimes just in life, you got to know when to hold fire, right? So BT and Caro roll onto the plane because they're in section 1, all right? And it says on your fucking ticket if you're section 1. So they go, righto, group 1, come on, and this is for A-listers and people that have paid an extra $5,000 for their fare or whatever, and they swipe on, Caro and BT, McClure tries to go with them, held up at the gate. And you know what? That's just embarrassing for the lad. So there's a McClure story.
That's not bad. You know, I was reading a few articles over the weekend.
Were you?
And yeah,
About Ben Roberts-Smith?
no, actually, it was just about all the media going over to gather around and it being a big event. And yeah, I'll read this little expert. It's quite good. This is about the plane situation.
Yep.
They're talking about who's on the seat. That was where Seven's number 1 commentator, Brian Taylor, was seated.
Brian.
Up the front. Number 1A. Talk about living up to your reputation. Also on board was Seven's new, and can I say that after a full season, star signing and age columnist Caroline Wilson. Although she was back in 9B, Carrie was sitting next to another heavy hitter, Seven's longtime footy boss, Gary O'Keefe.
Gary O'Keefe, yep. Heavy
Also
hitter.
on board was Seven's chief of football writer, Mitch Cleary, who lucked out with an exit row seat. This was met with considerable frustration.
Keep going.
This was met with considerable frustration from his 200 centimetre 10 counterpart, Nick Butler. There's a quote here from yours truly.
Yes.
Mitch is 4'2" and gets an exit row. I'm in 27D. Work that one out.
Well, I started to work it out.
Yeah, did
It
you
was
work it
poor
out? Yeah.
booking by the Channel 10 booking lady.
Okay.
Do you not go to the Virgin Lounge once you get in there and
No,
say,
they'll
look at
Qantas.
the size of
I'm
me?
pretty big.
No,
like-
see, I do my best work on Virgin too. I like both, but Channel 10 like to book us Qantas, so they must have a deal. And they tend to muck it up a bit. They always put me in as Nick rather than Nicholas, and weirdly, because Nicholas is my birth name, all your frequent flyer and all that shit, where you actually get some status, is Nicholas. And it gets booked by a third party and it tends to go a bit haywire, and thus you get put in the 27D near the shitter. That's where I was.
I like
Down
to
near the-
I like to walk in there and not have to say anything. You sort of scan,
Yeah.
you sort of look at them and they look at you, would you
They
like
know.
an exit? You're like, yeah.
Yeah, they know. They know.
McClure shouldn't have got an exit. I'm not sure. Mitch Clear. I'm not sure Mitch would have had the strength to lift the door.
Although I've got on good authority.
If you're wearing Coke bottle glasses, you can't be in an exit. Because I don't know if you have the strength.
I've got a good authority. He
I
offered
think
you
I
the
need glasses,
seat.
specs overs, by the way.
I've got a good authority. He did offer you the seat,
He
to
did.
which
He's
you
a-
refused.
good man.
He's a
Oh,
good
he's a
bloke.
legend.
To which you did refuse.
Yeah, I did. So I think we're good blokes all round, and
Yeah.
Delidio can learn a bit from that. Okay. Sometimes it's good to do two-way running, selfless. Okay, it's not all about Oh, is it saying too much about Lids that he reeled off every one of his best and fairest finishes in the cab? How he never finished outside of the top hole. I said, look, mate, I love a highlight. I love getting out a Mr. Clip mark of the day, but we don't need every one of your best and fairest
Jesus,
finishes,
I could
man.
feel a feud starting.
No,
I don't think you're
because
getting too
I
many
like the lid.
You're not getting too many more lifts home.
No,
reckon.
I do. I like the lid, and I think I think we're more alike than people think. We're similar. Similar
There's a few
bears.
similarities there.
Huh? Yeah.
You've reeled off every one of your 43 state league games at some point. Oh, he's dirtying up again.
No, I haven't.
You're always dirty.
I'm not dirty. I have reeled them
Go
off.
silent.
I don't talk about the shit ones. Okay.
So they were shit ones.
actually, this was good. Just to get back to my state league games, I haven't really mentioned, but just one story
get back to it.
because I
Yeah,
spoke
just one,
about
just
it on
one.
Cats Radio,
One.
and I have a funny story about Cats Radio because I didn't have my finest moment in what was otherwise a very good call. There was
Sure.
one I just got a bit off for a moment
fuzzy.
there, but. Chris Scott and Pops Kelly and Shan Burns and the boys, the Geelong boys, at the training the day before the game were at Norwood going, shit, it's small, isn't it? Small and tight. And Chris goes, you know what? I haven't. Come on, boys. Chris goes, oh, geez, I don't know much about this deck. I haven't been here since the 1993 championships, the Teal Cup. And I just overheard that. I said, hey, Chris, got a McGarry vote here 04. Kind of know it a bit. And he goes, really? Do tell. Like, what do we need to be? And I just said, look, a bit of a breeze comes up over the stand there.
Fuck
I
off.
think you've really got to have your armour on because it's going to be a street fight today. Okay, like if you're an outside hot dog sort of van kind of runner, not for you. I drop them, and it's a brave, it's a game for the game today, Chris.
That's real good
And
insider knowledge.
Apparently, that went on the bloody whiteboard, and the Cats went and did the business. So I was very proud of myself for that. Sometimes you need a bloke who's been there and performed, and the Norwood parade was very butlerish.
And what about your blunder?
Huh?
What about your blunder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Cats Radio. So you're getting me day 4 on vapors. You know how much I do love my calling, and I always prepare.
Yes,
Felt
very
a
well.
little bit underdone just because I didn't have much energy. So obviously, I'm always going to know my Cats. And West Coast, I popped out to watch them train. Thought that was professional, and watched a few tapes because I think that's the best way to learn. But I was like, shit, I think we're going to be all right here. And we'll just have to see how it flies. And if the wicket gets a bit sticky, we'll get through it. And the call was going quite well. I had Liam Pickering, who's a good man, funny, great to work with.
Pickers.
But then when you're a bit fatigued, a bit fried, your brain just does funny things, right? And occasionally, and this happens to Dwayne Russell a bit, you get a bit of a word magnet, like a word gets in your head and you keep saying it. So it must have been midway through the second quarter. Jeremy Cameron had a little bit of a collision and looked like he was down for the count. We were a bit worried about an HIA or something. And then I said, Pickers, you watch the play for a minute. I'll have a look at the replay. And I go, no, it's all good, Cats fans. It's just a good old-fashioned head-on-head job. I went, oh, shit. Right? I'm like, and then I went, so to speak. And Pickers has a bit of a wry smile. I'm like, shit. I go, we got away with that. That's okay. You're a head-on-head job. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to paint
Pretty
the
good.
picture for the fan.
Yeah,
Right? Just a
nothing like a
glancing
good
blow. And then I
head
said,
job.
glancing blow. I said, Jesus, Nick, for fuck's sake. Like, concentrate. And then about 5 minutes later, someone had a snap at goal, and it was one of those
Well, he
snaps.
got lucky as well, did he?
He did. I think it was Connor O'Sullivan, and he's had a flying snap at goal. And I go to describe it to those people in their cars who haven't made the way over. It was an over the head job. And I went, holy fuck, I've said it again. And then I go, right. I said, look, I'm overthinking this because you boys quite often in the media, if you make a little bit of a blue, it's not as bad as what it might seem, right? But then I get, and I'm calling away going, let's completely forget about that moment. It was okay. No one would have even noticed. So as I just have a look through my phone here, and then I get a boop, boop on my phone. Thinking, shit, I hope this isn't the boss. It was my mum, Charlie, and this is what she said.
She definitely has your mouth
No,
and
not
the
that
big
one.
butler forehead.
Not that. Underneath that.
Sorry. Stop saying head job.
There. So, and I said, shit, yeah, I better. Or I'll be, be a one-way ticket out of commentary.
What do you do to get yourself out of that?
I mean, it wasn't a hang your fence. One of them was an over-the-head job, and one of them was a direct blow job. Or what did I say? A head-on-head job. You know what? I actually, this is what I did.
But do you,
right?
do you tighten up? Do you
Nah,
start getting a little
just-
bit nervous?
I
Because when you fuck up, Chom, you might know.
Oh, you get so
when
tired.
you're
This is what I
in a
did.
presser, I'm sorry, one sec, mate.
So,
When you're in a presser and you know you've done a fuck up,
Yeah, you just...
I get a little leg twitch that starts like going at a million miles an
That's
hour.
anxiety.
Yeah, that's
I
probably
start getting
anxiety.
really sweaty.
Yeah, or if you had a piece of paper in your hand, you can see it shaking. I'm like, oh boy.
Not good.
all I did
No, I'm the same.
was write head job and circle it like that.
Wouldn't that be worse?
Nah, so I just said don't say it.
Yeah, okay.
But it was a little mistake.
And your boss walks in and you see a head job written on a piece of paper.
And I was like, Pickers, what are you doing after the show, son? Anyway, we got through. Okay?
Someone said Cats Radio was recorded from like a cafe or something. Is that true?
Not true.
Where was it recorded?
Studio. We had a crowd mark. Why? What are you hearing?
No, I've got nothing else.
Oh, we're not at the ground.
Someone
floor.
said it
No,
was-
well, I don't know. I hope I'm not giving away secrets here, but no, we were supposed to be at the ground. There was an issue with not enough commentary boxes, and there was a bit of a coin flip situation because Norwood is so small. So I got the notification. Might have been the day before, 2 days before. Hey guys, they're going to provide us a crowd mic, but you're going to have to bang it out off the studio. Which, to be honest, the way my day was pretty big. Like I was running around in the morning, had it like a little bit clear for the call, and then had to go back to the TV. It worked for me quite well because you can get stuck in at Norwood. What are you doing? Just look at my phone. My God. Anyway,
that was something.
A few nature sites in there.
what? It's a lonely time over there, Charlie.
2 most recent tabs.
Yeah, most recent
Oh,
time. Right, I
sorry,
think it's
sorry.
time
Sorry, I think
for
we're
my
there.
new segment.
What
Yes.
Brooks' segment?
No, is there Booker's tea today?
I don't think there is any bookers
that's
today.
all right.
I think you took my spark last
Yes.
week.
Yeah,
It's
well,
time
Yeah, when you gave
for...
him nothing.
It's time for Butts' big one.
Nick Butler was an absolute champ. Butler up towards Butler. Good luck.
Yes! Grab. That's how you do it. Oh, yeah. Feeling good about myself. Butts' big one. Yes, I had the big one.
Copyright? Bit of copyright there?
Yeah, infringement on that.
What do you mean?
Copyright for Booker's tea?
Bit of copyright infringement.
Hey, mate, I get copy that. Me and Corn, mate, when they're using our content for content, just roll with it. It means you're doing well.
They're good.
If they're
Oh,
copying
imitation.
you,
Yeah.
you're
Best
doing
form of
well.
flattery,
Best
isn't it?
form of flattery. That's exactly right. Okay, ran into a mate of yours in the Qantas Lounge last night. We had a good chat, and he said, I've got some great Booker mail. And I said, oh, you're beauty. I'll get my phone out. So I've got about 3 or 4 points for Butts' head job. Butts'
That was legit, dude.
Didn't mean that.
Butts' big one, I mean.
He's got head job circled on his pad
Butts'
to show us
big
what
one.
happened. And he's done it. He's
Good to
done
see
it.
that.
He's just done it.
Good to see his tactic works well.
Butts' big one. You know what you need to do? Next time you have a word, you've got to write it and then cross it out.
Cross it out, yeah.
Fuck me dead. Right. I am told that when you were just of legal age, there was an incident at not a sort of Mad Monday end of footy season kind of do where you are getting on the piss quite legally. Well, you've earned it. Put
Yeah.
your body on the line for bloody 6 months, right? And everyone at the club said you're in like some sort of converted warehouse sort of scenario.
Yeah.
And there were 2 levels, and they'd said the chaperone or the more mature person amongst it, just keep an eye on the lad, said, please be careful on the second level. It's a bit of a weak roof. Just sort of stay on the beams, okay? Like otherwise, some dickhead's going to fall through the roof, and it's going to be a disaster. And everyone played ball except one fuckwit who likes to scull a few jugs and get up and about and be a real alpha male. Kept trying to test the waters a bit and get off the beam and do a little bit of hot stepping, a little bit of dancing, a little bit of jumping, and then after about 2 hours, fuckwit fell straight through the roof, and that was you.
Yes, that was me. That was not my finest moment. We just won the Alco. We went undefeated, which is like the PSA. What do you call it over here? APS.
APS.
We had a good year. So did the rugby boys. We just versed each other in a boat race.
God, there would have been
your best
testosterone
scullers.
everywhere.
Oh, so much
Yeah.
test. And I led the boys to a glorious victory, showing off my good sculling skills.
Yep.
And it's one of the worst blackouts I've ever had. Because I don't remember about 5 hours that night, and I don't even remember walking through, but I fell through the roof into their offices. Oh my God!
Any injuries?
I went on to work for them too. Yeah.
Good audition.
No, for the
company.
FCT was a surface cleaning company, and Tanya Harris, a good man of mine, her dad owned it and happily hosted us.
Yeah.
As long as the girls got an invite to the party. And it was
Good bargaining.
not my finest
bargain.
moment. It was pretty funny though.
Unscathed.
Unscathed. Yeah.
That is incredible.
Rubber man.
Yeah.
See, that's why he's
That is
resilient.
incredible.
Plays
Yeah.
every week. I would be fucked. I would break 4 things: AC joints, knees.
Yeah, well, I had no idea. So I woke up the next morning and was like, oh, geez, I don't remember much of last night. And Mum walks in the room. She was one of the people there. There's like, you have a few parents there just
Yeah.
because it's year 12. And Mum just walks in, shakes her head at me, going like, "You fucking idiot."
Through the roof.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a good
You got
story.
more though in your head job segment?
No, Butts' head job. I really need to cross that out hard. No, I'm going to just drip feed them.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a very good one, Books.
Yeah,
it's a good
thank you.
start.
Did you notice he gave you a bit then too?
He did.
Yeah.
It was a good story.
Yeah, take
There
some
was
notes,
one other
please.
one and I've just lost it.
Have you guys seen that? Speaking of sculling, have you seen that? The sculler.
I know
Is
him.
what it was.
Yeah.
Hang
Josh
on, hang on.
Stansfield.
I did get a little bit sorry because I had a little bit more.
All yours, mate.
My new mate,
All
Mitch,
good.
Yeah.
who gave me a bit of mail.
Turns.
Said, "You're sculling." Right, I know you have admitted earlier in the show that you can scull a jug at the right time after you win another flag or whatever, win another BNF. He said your sculling is unbelievable. Like just sculling a jug, even if you go is impressive to me because I don't think I could scull a jug. I could probably do a pint,
That's his head job.
and even then it's sort of a bit hard. But he said you just can open your gullet and it goes down
Yeah.
like Bob Hawke.
Yeah.
Oh, so
we
you can do
need
it.
to
I
see
can
this.
do it. Yeah. I'll
Should
happily.
we
I'll
do it?
happily.
Yeah, I've got some water.
No, it's not going to work with water. I think
Yeah,
next
it
time
needs
you got
to
a 7-day
gassy.
break.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can put
I'm
a
happy-
few
mate,
cans in. We'll get a
anytime-
beer sponsor, and Booker will scull the jug.
I'm happy to verse anyone because
Should we do it out of the cup eventually?
Wow, that's a good call.
I like volume is probably my strength as well
Okay.
but I have seen that Send It Slosh guy, your mate.
Yeah, yeah.
And he is very, very quick. But I can safely
But
say
you've got the same
I've
skill.
never lost. Yeah, I've got the same skill. It's
Yeah.
all about, I guess
You
it's
just
about
open
start.
your gullet up, don't you?
Yeah.
I can't
how
open
do
mine
you
up.
do it? You kind of tip your
Are
head
you
back
like
and then,
not born
like-
with something? Or
do you have a gag reflex?
No.
Okay.
No, I can do that without gagging, yeah.
can you put like food down there and not chew it?
No, that's
just
you
works with
try-
liquid.
Yeah. Just
Great question.
yeah, but
Yeah.
no.
Have you seen the blokes that can get like a glizzy, like a sausage,
Yeah, oh,
and kind of
gross.
slip it out and have it come back out of their mouth whole?
That's fucking
Is that
disgusting.
that's the gullet, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
Zero
But yeah,
gullet.
it's just a matter of how fast you can get it in there.
like say a pint, normal pint.
Drink responsibly, everyone,
Yeah,
also.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But how like many sips? Like, do you not even have to sip? You just
That's
pour
not a
it
sip.
in.
It's not a sip. You
it's
pour
like
it.
a-
Unbelievable.
You open your throat up and you're like,
It's
can't
like
do
a
it.
pelican movement. It's like
does it hurt? Does it hurt your guts?
yeah, you need to be really tactical about when you do it.
It's a good one.
The
that
thing
was
is,
a good Butts'
Well,
big
that
one.
was good.
You know what? I'm looking forward. I'm not going to put it out on social media or anything, but
No.
I'm looking forward to showing you lads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm keen to see
Yeah.
it. The one thing that
If
sent
Han
us,
pay us
you go.
25 grand, we will give him a clip on social media, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, yeah,
Depends how much.
I think so.
It depends what time of the year it is.
Sorry, Charlie.
Oh, I've lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still
We do
it
need to
happens.
have a beer together because we haven't had a beer with Booker yet, really. So
Yes.
need to organise
We
something.
do.
Yeah.
A nice little dinner. Now, we've got some questions, Benny.
Yeah, that was good. Before that, we'll do one more segment, then we'll fire through some questions. Been a good show.
Quickly, do we like Butts' big one?
Butts'
Bit of a
head job.
rip, but it's good.
I like it.
I like
Thank you,
Butts'
mate.
head
Yeah.
job more.
Fucking hell.
Can we change it to Butsy's head job?
Yeah, can
No,
we change
it's
it?
too rude. The sponsors won't like it.
I actually
have any.
have some mail.
Oh,
Hey!
play the stink.
I've got mail.
Oh, I was really expecting your
I've got
voice then.
mail. I've got mail for you.
So,
So shit that it's good.
It's great.
I'm wondering if you know where this will be going, but I actually don't think you will, Butts.
Right, Ben.
And sorry to punch down on you again, but it's pretty
It's
funny.
okay.
Our man Higo.
Oh, here you go, our boy.
Yeah. Did you
Higo?
know that he did a cashier on Friday at a Oz Kick or a school or something?
Yeah, he did. No, it was the Jake Melksham footy camp.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Ted
Yeah.
went.
Yeah, Ted
Yes.
went. He saw Ted.
Yeah.
And he straight after messaged me directly and said, Benny boy, I've got some mail for you.
Oh, come on, Hig.
He did call him Neddy Butler.
Ned, yeah, call him Ned.
He said he was wearing a Geelong jumper. I asked him why he was wearing a Geelong jumper. He said, well, my dad played 200 games for the Cats.
No.
Oh, that's bad.
Have you been telling him?
No, he's, you know what? That's a
Bullshit.
5-year-old. He's just got it a bit wrong. He's
He's 5, he understands.
Probably heard that Jeremy Cameron's played 200
and
got
mixed it up with his
confused,
dad.
and the daddy
So he-
played a few.
does he
in
think
the,
Jeremy Cameron's his dad?
He would have said daddy played a few in the twos and thought it was 200 games. He got a bit nervous.
No.
So fuck up, Higo. Anyway, let him think it.
When will you break it to him?
Going on my
when are you gonna
highlights, he'd
tell him?
probably think Daddy did play 30 games.
when are you going to tell him that Daddy wasn't all he cracked up to be?
No, I've only ever said I played in the reserves. And he goes, why didn't you play in the big game like Big Charlie? I said, oh, that's a longer discussion when you're about 15. We're going to have to have a
You're
beer
giving
or
the
two
puberty
to discuss it.
chat, and then you're giving that one.
So look,
The birds and the
so look,
bees. and
there's not
the
as
butler and the
much.
ones.
There's depth challenges these days, and there's extra 150 real spuds playing AFL that weren't playing when Daddy was coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to these questions. We had a heap. So
Should we make a sting for this?
Yeah, maybe we should like a
Let's
little
make a
feedback sting or something. Maybe we should get the plumbers to make a sting for it
Oh, I'd
because
like that.
That's good.
It's
Put a
their
call
segment.
out to make a sting for
yeah.
this.
All right,
That's
send us your
great.
stings.
Can I just give one call out to some plumbers, by the way, because I forgot to mention this. So lots of plumber photos up there. I know you did some good stuff at
I did some
Barossa.
plumber photos.
I was around a bit more in the city, so obviously I'm going to be a bit more front and center for the plumbers. But lovely, like, you know, people just come up, want to have a bit of a snap, which is always cool. But I almost got sort of rattled the Saturday, right? Because by this stage, people have been on the piss for 3 days. Like the Thursday is very build up to gather round, first game starting. No one's really blind. Friday starting to get a bit edgy. Saturday, it's like bloody Melbourne Cup Day or something. There's 3 games of footy. Some people have been on the piss since midday. So the plumbers were more rowdy. And I was a bit late to my live cross before the Saturday night game. And the Bombers had just won and all the pubs were full. And I ran into like 10 plumbers about 28-year-olds, boys, big boys like tats, and all played footy, vaping, carrying on. They caught a bit of Whoppo, wanted a bit of Whoppo. They were that keen for a photo, they took me down. Like I hit the pavement and I said, boys, I have a few CTE issues. I'm getting like a bit dizzy and I've got to be on the TV. And then they became like heroes and they were like, you got to go, man. And they like picked me up and dusted me off and set me forward.
How did you hit the ground?
They were strong. They were going, ah! And it became like a Stax on and they were rubbing me head. I said, stop it, I don't go well with head shaking. And then I started having an anxiety attack. Said I'm on the TV in 10 minutes and I was all blurred visiony. And the boy, I was like, are they even going to like care? And they're like, no, you got to go, man. You got to go. And they straightened me up. One gave me a sip of water. I hope it was water because I was right up and about. And then I got there. But good on you, those plumbers.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Bit of a head job.
Wow. There you go.
So these questions, I'm sorry to the plumbers that I was expecting about 5 or 10, and we had about 70 questions sent in,
Good
so
audience, our
couldn't
plumbers.
get to everyone. I summarised a few questions. I reckon about 10 plumbers asked, why is Chom avoiding his barber?
I've had that a bit. No, I'm just growing out, something different. Had the same haircut for 5 or 6 years and thought I'd change it up, grow it out.
Yeah, nice. Another 10 asked if anyone had a root.
Groin stretches, no frog's eyes.
Did Chom and Drapes have a kiss and a cuddle after the game?
Good question.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, had a chat, dap up, hug, talked a bit of shit. And no, we were straight out of there that night. But yeah, we're going to catch up this weekend when he's down for his game.
Who are they? When are they playing?
Sunday.
We should go.
Yeah, we should.
Who do they play?
Carlton, is it?
No, I can't play.
I don't know. I'm playing Sunday as well, though.
I'm hoping to call you, man.
Marvel.
It's the Tigers.
Yeah, I don't know who's playing.
Jeez, all my boys are on.
Yeah. Thoughts on Faf Willie talk encroaching on plumbers' areas? Because they Dill told a story about, which we also talked about in the recovery, seeing dangers.
Willie.
Yeah.
Well, we've discussed this. Imitation, flattery.
Yep.
Let him go.
Yep.
A few more, so let's fire through them. Why does Chom love hurting people all of a sudden? I want to ask
Very
this too.
high test.
Are you okay? Because you keep
$3 grand
fighting
fine.
everyone.
Just angry. I'm playing a bit more of a lockdown role, so I'm actually playing on an opponent more often than just floating across from someone. So it probably just looks like I'm in the contest more.
Yeah, but you've had
I
a
didn't
few
fight on the weekend, did I?
You got a fine,
Nah,
though.
but I've been
Yeah,
meaning
that
to ask you
That was rubbish.
because you've had a few more like tussles, but like you keep doing this thing when you are fighting people. You put your forehead to their forehead. Why do you do that?
They did that to me.
But you did it the week before as well in the Harley Reid one.
Who do I? Oh, well, that was pretty hard. 15 blokes kind of on me.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah.
it was, some head job touching was going to happen at some point.
head job.
But no, the Pidney one was funny. So, I was getting into Francis Evans.
Frank the Tank.
Francis Evans for Carlton. And,
Were you going to rip his glasses off?
yeah, the goggles. Pitney just came out of nowhere and kind of just grabbed me. He's like, pick on someone your own side.
I like that.
He's like yelling in my face. And then like he was so close that we were kind of just like touching heads. But it's a pretty sticky situation. All it takes is someone just to cock back a little bit and it's an accidental head-butting.
And if we were describing that on the radio on AFL Nation, how would we describe it?
It'd be a real head job from Pitney.
Yeah, no, a head-on-head job. Yes.
God, that's great.
Put it in the, you're going to hear that from Matty Hill next
just
week.
in the contest more, Benny.
Nice. What's Chom's favourite clothing pieces?
What's the Chom questions?
A lot.
Favourite clothing pieces.
Or grails he looks to get. It says, I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What is that?
Like clothing holy grail, maybe?
Grail.
Yeah, like one piece you really want to get.
Holy grail.
I'm liking salvage denim jeans at the moment. Still wide cut. I wear boots a lot at the moment. Loafers, Nick.
Boring.
Move on.
Just went and got a leather jacket, which is pretty out there. So I'll wear it next week.
Sorry, I forgot everyone's names there, but that was Wyatt. Ryan Willow says, did Booker run the wrong way off the bench first time coming on the field on his debut?
Ron Willow. Sounds ugly. Yes, I started on the bench. Yes, I ran the wrong way coming off the bench. We just kicked a goal against Gold Coast. I actually remember it so vividly. I was looking at Ali earlier, and he put his hand up, I think, just like a thumbs up, and I started running towards him.
Oh, no.
And then he was looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's just like,
because you were going forward.
I was going back. I was going to the back line, and I was starting forward, and I was like, running, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
No.
And I'm like, oh my
That's
God.
so embarrassing.
It was really embarrassing. So like just all this emotion came over me. All my mates have flown over to Sydney to watch this game. And
How far did
then
you
my
run?
first moment, a good 25, 30 metres.
Oh, so enough.
Enough to be like, my mates are up in the stands watching me going, what is he doing? And then I went forward and I was just thinking to myself, that is stupid. And we lost to Gold Coast for the first time in history. Yeah.
Oh, that's a sad story.
Decent game.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Still have had none on debut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all his mates. come
Doughies.
up. Yeah, had Zilch. And then Mason Wood come up to him after the game and kind of had the record in his hand. He wasn't playing. He's like, oh, mate, at least you break a record. You got the worst Supercoach score in history on debut. Anyway, he's turned out to be a good player. So
bigger and better
happens.
things.
Johnny Brown, 0 as well.
Johnny Brown, he hardly touched it.
Yep, didn't touch it.
James Hasseldine said, I heard Whoppo cleaned ORTC out of 3/4 zips. He took triple the amount that Booker got.
Beautiful people at ORTC. I did. I was on a tight schedule and I had a marriage to save, so I had to get Mel on FaceTime, and those really pretty girls in there were so helpful because I said I don't know fucking sizes. She wants turtlenecks and shit. So they helped with Mel. I got a few threads because I remember I said when Ted was really crook in the hospital, my bag got stolen. Remember I telling that story? I was appalled that I had like a travel bag that had some nice ORTC threads in there and my board shorts and
threads.
So
Not cool.
they nicked my threads, but I was able to replace them.
Yeah.
And I got I got a thread for my cameraman and I got a thread for my dad.
I got some threads as well.
I got some threads.
Yeah.
Got some
threads
boutique
in this
influencing
too.
only.
Yeah.
Threaders.
Nice.
Yeah, cleaned them out. It's good gear.
Charlie's McQueen said, what does Butts' barber do for a living?
That's a bit harsh. I quite like my haircut at the moment.
I've actually been staring at the whole time. You've got this long strand going over your ear.
You've also got fluff in your hair. I didn't say
Yeah, he does have fluff.
Why wouldn't we have got the fluff out of my hair?
Come here. I think you might.
you just got it then. Nice.
Boy.
Yeah. got my fluff.
Darius Gaussis said, most challenging thing about professional footy.
That's a bit too serious.
Jesus.
Go on, give him an answer. Recovery?
Hardest thing?
Yeah.
Most challenging? Oh, just like performing consistently every week, like backing up performance every week. It's harder than it looks.
Yeah.
And the pressure of doing that.
Nice.
I get really nervous.
Who's putting that pressure on you? Yourself? Media?
Comes from everywhere. Media, yourself.
Don't worry about the media.
Friends.
I don't want to hear that again.
You say that, but like.
It's noise. Who
Yeah,
cares?
it is, but it still adds to the pressure because if it wasn't there, there'd be less pressure.
Yeah, but if
No?
you know what,
Correct?
if that pressure wasn't there, you'd have no one watching you, and you'd be playing for $5 a week.
Oh, yeah. Well, still, so it's still there?
It's
still
there,
pressure?
but I'm
Yep.
saying let's block that out, please. I'm,
Yep.
I'm happy
Yep.
for there to
Very
be
good.
Wee Man pressure and Nick Larkey pressure and Chom pressure. Don't worry about the media.
Yeah, well, that is there, but yep, thank you.
And last
Gumby
one,
once said that.
He did. Wise man once said.
Bray Long asked, did Drapes have any questions for Chom about the possum?
No, he didn't speak to me until he kicked a snag on me, and then let me know about it.
Nice.
On your
They're
Drapesy.
good questions from the plumbers. So,
Very good.
You guys want to sing out?
Yeah,
I do. I want to do some Sinead O'Connor.
Oh yeah.
Is that what you? Is that what you? No, we're not doing that.
Oh my God.
What?
No.
Well,
We'll come up
why
with
do
a
you
better
pick every?
option.
Why don't you let
Yeah.
Booker pick?
Okay,
Yeah,
Booker
let me
you
think.
never
What were we
picks.
spoken about today? Head jobs.
It's been 7
yeah.
hours and
You spin my
15
head job
days.
round, right,
Bang,
round.
there you go. Or S&M by fucking Rihanna.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Why we sing this?
because your new segment.
Head job.
Yeah.
No,
No, come on. Come on.
no, come on. No, come on. No, come on. Come on. Come on. No, come on.
This is fucking shit.
No, come on. No, come on. No, come on. Come on. Come on. No. Feels so good being bad. Oh. There's no way I'm turning back. Oh. Now the pain is my pleasure. Cause nothing could measure. Oh. Love is great, love is fine. Oh. Out the box, out of line. Oh. The affliction of the feeling leaves me wanting more. Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good at it. Sex in the air, I don't care, I love the smell of it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me. Come on, I may be bad. Okay, I think we're done.